Assalamualaikum semua, welcome back. So today we are going to learn about development of childhood occupation for infants, specifically for birth to 2 years old baby. So without further ado, let's get started. So, in the first 2 years of life, infants undergo profound development changes across various domains that include motor skill, connection, sensory perception, social emotional connection, language acquisition, and emergence of basic self-help abilities. So, from the initial reflex movement to the development of more intentional action, this period lays the foundation for a child's future growth and interaction with their environments. So, play a vital role in nurturing these early developmental milestones, fostering for a supportive environment for infants' overall well-being and learning experiences. So there are three key developmental milestones in childhood occupation that we are going to focus today. The first one is sensory motor development. The second one is cognitive development, and lastly, social emotional development. So during the first 6 months of life, the infant undergo sensory and motor development that laying the groundwork for their interaction with the world. So in terms of sensory development, newborn exhibit preferences for high contrast pattern and sound. So over these initial months, their vision evolved and culminating in improved color perception and depth awareness. Um, Plus, the auditory abilities progress with infant displaying highly responsiveness and various sounds. So the sense of touch is evident from birth with newborns responding to gentle touches and exploring texture. Additionally, the infants display preferences for certain tastes and scents, so showcasing early sensory discrimination. Um, on the other hand, regarding motor development, the reflexes dominate in the early week include moral reflex or sucking reflex. However, these reflexes gradually integrate into purposeful movement. Head control advances with infants gaining the ability to lift their heads and exhibit improved control by 3 to 6 months. Plus, a grasping evolved from the palmar reflex to intentional grabbing of object, and leg strength developed as infant engaged in kicking movement. So by 6 months, many infants achieve the milestone of rolling over, demonstrating increased motor coordination. So, this early sensory and motor achievement underscore the rapid and uh, intricate progress that occurring in the first half year of an infant's life. This will performing the basis of subsequent development stages, and the caregiver should play a vital role in facilitating and support this milestone through appropriate interaction and stimuli. In the first 6 months of life, infants undergo significant cognitive development and marked by a series of milestones that shape their understanding of the world. So initially, newborns operate with Piaget sensory motor stage, where explore and make sense of environment through sensory experiences and motor actions. So object permanence, the understanding that object exists even when out of sight begin to emerge during this period. So newborn demonstrate early social connective by recognizing familiar faces and voices, fostering the development of attachment. And as they progress, the infant become more intentional in their action, showing interest in object and engaging in purposeful movement. So simple problem solving skill emerge such as figure out how to reach the desired object, and infants start to exhibit preferences and exhibit signs of memory, recognizing familiar people and objects. So in the first 6 months, the baby start connecting with the world emotionally and socially. So they show a liking for faces and voices and begin forming a strong bond with their main caregiver. So this bond gives them a sense of safety and trust, and babies become more interactive, responding to smile and gesture. They also start communicating through cues and expression. And as they grow, they begin to show different emotion like joy or frustration. So caregiver play a big role by providing a caring environment and responding to the baby's need, helping them building a foundation for healthy emotional connection. So between 6 months and 6 to 12 months, infant experience continued sensory and motor development by reaching several key milestones. So in terms of sensory development, their vision become more refined, enabling them to focus on smaller objects and recognize familiar faces from a distance. So their hearing continues to improve and allow them to respond to a wider range of sound and even understand some simple words. So infants also develop a greater awareness of surrounding through touch, taste, and smell, actively exploring objects with their hand and mouth. So for motor development, so during this period is categorized by significant advancement. So many infants start to sit without support by around 6 to 7 months and showcasing improved track control. So crawling become more common mode of mobility but they promoting further exploration of the environment. So some infants may even pull themselves up to a standing position, showcasing increased strength and coordination. So fine motor skill progress as well, with the ability to pick up small objects using the pincer grabs emerging. So between 6 and 12 months, the babies experience crucial social emotional development. So the attachment to primary caregiver deepens with the baby showing a stronger bond and smiling intentionally. And they also expressing distress when separated. Thus, social referencing emerged when infants look to caregiver for cues in unfamiliar situations, highlighting a growing reliance and familiar faces for guidance. Babies become more expressive in showing a range of emotion like joy, excitement, and frustration, providing caregiver with insight into their feelings. Stranger anxiety may appear as infants become discerning about unfamiliar faces. Additionally, basic communication skills develop including gesture and simple words, enriching their ability to express the needs and connect with others. So caregiver continue to play a vital role by providing a secure environment, being a source of comfort and fostering positive social interaction during this crucial phase of emotional and social growth. So between 6 and 12 months, infants experience a significant social emotional development as they become more aware of their surroundings and engage with others in increasingly sophisticated ways. So one of the key milestone during this period is deepening of attachment bond formed with primary caregiver. So infants show a growing preferences for familiar faces, smile more intentionally, and may display distress when separated with caregiver. They also able to respond to their own name, recognize word and family members, respond with appropriate gesture, listen selectively, and begin generalize from past experience. So social interaction become more pronounced as infants engage in reciprocal play, imitate facial expression, and respond to simple social cues. They may begin to express a wider range of emotions such as joy, excitement, and frustration as they develop the ability to regulate their own emotional responses. So for baby at the age of 12 months to 18 months, they still continue to develop the motor skill. So they begin to walk independently during this period and transitioning from crawling to walking. For fine motor skill, they improve their dexterity and allow for activities such as stacking blocks, turning pages into books, and attempting to use utensils. Next, for connective development. So the babies become for further development of understanding that object continues to exist even when out of sight. So they begin to understand the object permanence. So for imitation, they increase the ability to imitate the action and behavior observed for in others, and they also begin to solve simple problems such as figuring out how toys work and fitting objects into containers. Lastly, for social and emotional development. So during this period, toddler continue to form strong attachment to caregiver and seeking comfort and reassurance. They also enhance the ability to express a wider range of emotion, including joy, frustration, and affection. Thus, they also engage in a parallel play with peers, playing alongside but not necessarily interacting directly. So lastly, for 18 months to 24 months, which are 2 years old. So for motor development in this period, they begin to start running and climbing more confidently and exploring their physical capabilities. And they also improve precision in fine motor skill and enabling the activities like stacking block, turning pages, and attempting to use eating utensil more effectively. So for connective development, they further develop of symbolic play and engaging in pretend play and using object to represent other things. So the more advanced problem solving skills such as fitting shape into corresponding hole or completing a simple puzzle. So memory sector, they improve short-term memory, enabling toddler to recall a recent event and experiences. Lastly, social and emotional development. So imitating adult. So they continue imitating of adult behavior and social interaction as they have developed early empathy by showing concern for others' emotion. So they also have individual differences in temperament become more apparent, influencing social interaction and emotional responses. So, in the first 2 years of life, baby achieve important milestone in how they move, think, feel, and connect with others. So, they go from simple reflexes to purposeful action, developing motor skill along the way. They start to understand the world, remember things, and solve basic problems. Thus, infants also build strong emotional bond with their caregivers, expressing a range of feelings and learning from those around them. This early development is crucial, and caregivers play a key role in providing the supports and care needed for a child overall well-being. So I think that's all from me for this topic. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum. Bye bye.